Welcome back, everyone, to ThirdStreet Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We're back with Clone Wars.
Sans Matt and Tom. Matt has seen it, Tom has
no
not.
idea what episode this is.
But the last arc was the Citadel arc that Matt was here for. Mm-hmm. And you're reading the Tarkin novel right now.
Yes.
Which is an acclaimed novel by an acclaimed author who I'm glad he got to come back and tell some new stories.
What else has that man written? Lucino?
He did Rise of Lord Vader, which...
okay, not just in Star Wars, though. Do you know anything else he's done?
Nothing.
I recognize his name.
But he did Plagueis, which is one of the best books ever. But that's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what else he's done. The Tarkin novel, which I've glossed over some of the parts to me that I thought were going to be interesting. Yeah. I forgot that he references the Citadel.
Yeah, he talks about this last time he was talking about the culmination of his mission with the Jedi he was accompanying. Mm-hmm. There were issues with the Separatists were disrupting the HoloNet. Yeah. And doing shadow feeds and broadcasting messages from Dooku. And kind of a propaganda campaign. So they were investigating that and shutting down that operation and torturing people and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah. And I think maybe that happened afterward, the torture and shit. I think that was one of Palpatine's clandestine missions. But obviously probably the Jedi weren't part of that. But yeah, there was some criticism in the book where he criticizes the Jedi.
He has a low opinion of the Jedi generally.
Yeah, because he feels like they were great as peacekeepers, but not as generals.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not completely wrong. And Palpatine knew that's why he used it. Yeah. I think they were as good as you could be, but it's just not what they're built up for.
Well, obviously it goes back and forth too a lot with how they become so corrupt.
Yeah. Well, the Republic or the Jedi are both.
Both. They corrupted together because of how the trends went.
Yeah.
And what society had become. And they used less and less of this judiciary force that used to be kind of there to go and settle disputes. Yeah. Like a policing force. Yeah. The Senate started to rely on the Jedi. Yeah. And
then they started serving the Senate instead of serving the people. Yeah. And it gets into the great new Jedi shorts, Tales of the Jedi. We see that with Dooku and Mace Windu. I love Mace. But he's kind of an asshole, like you said. Yeah. So
by the book asshole.
He's very by the book.
Different just to be an asshole.
Like Anakin was a great Jedi general, and I think Qui-Gon would have been too. But they weren't typical Jedi.
No, they weren't.
And Dooku wasn't a typical Jedi. So it's just.
I was thinking about that today. How Dooku is more or less kind of a tragic character. Yeah. Because he never really felt like a Sith Lord. He
left the Order, and I know you know Ahsoka lives. Yeah. You don't see how everything goes on. Him and Ahsoka, they have similar reasons for not being in the Jedi Order. Mm-hmm. And there's more to Ahsoka's story than that. But Dooku's a great character. And
I'm drawn to him because of Lee, but the more I read about him, the less enamored I am with him because he kind of just seems like he took the bait, he fell for it, he's kind of a fool.
I mean, everyone did, right?
Some of them.
Just... Palpatine is basically on top.
If you think about it, though, some of them is like Tarkin, for example, in the book. He's talking about how he knows he's a Sith, but really I guess he doesn't really register with some people what they are. Well, but then even in Tarkin's doctrine, though, he's like, this is what needs to happen. People cannot be edified or corrected if they aren't punished. And that's his idea.
Well, Tarkin, the way it was explained, I think at least by Filoni, it's like, he looks at you can be a Christian or you could be a Muslim. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Because, if people found out Palpatine was a Sith, they wouldn't care. What's a Sith? He's just he's part of an ancient order that are against the Jedi.
And that's what he's talking about. He's talking about how he talked about the official report of what happened to Palpatine and why his face is all fucked up now.
Yeah, he knew.
But he said he had his own ideas about what really happened and about how probably, it could be just as likely that the Jedi didn't like the idea of this ancient opponent ruling. Yeah. And, and then he kind of had an idea that he probably was behind the war and everything else. But he's not too worried about it.
Well, yeah. Well, because now he believes that the system that's in place is ultimately better. Yeah. Even if to get there's a lot of bloodshed.
I don't think he's ultimately too concerned about the bloodshed because he was raised in a very stern way.
Well, because I know he was from a good family, but then wasn't he trapped on that planet or whatever?
No, he's from Ariadu or however you pronounce it. Yeah. And Ariadu, I don't know. But they have a ritual where when a kid becomes a certain age, it's around 11, they are taken out onto the Carrion, which is like a plateau. Mm-hmm. and they had to survive in the wild for years with the rest of their men and everything. Like surviving, learning how to steal from other creatures and things, and learning how to deceive them, and learning how to like kill and take and what's yours. I thought it was a great story. Yeah, it's it's like a coming of age ritual. Yeah, no, I think that's that's what it was. Not Chaplain. I knew he was off doing something like that, but I couldn't remember for how long. If you guys want to see how much Zach and Matt, who watched it before, liked it, just go back and watch that discussion. It was pretty sweet. But now we are in the last 2 episodes of this season, and it's we've had a lot of like some of the best stuff. This is a little more comfort food, but I really like it. I think you'll like it as well. Okay. So we're gonna jump in. Without humility, courage is a dangerous game. What does that even mean? I don't know, because courage could just be this fleeting thing that you need to get something done. Yeah. Maybe if humility have to do with it.
Okay, scouts, find me a way down there. Quiet-like.
Funny little turtle flea people. Yeah.
You have it tougher going over that wall.
You taught me well. I can handle anything.
It's nice to see Felucia. Obviously it works very well in animation.
Yeah, isn't that where what's her name dies?
The great, beautiful Amy Allen.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah. She had no chance to come back. Yeah.
No, she definitely died. They kept shooting her even after she was down.
Yeah.
I sense something out there.
A droid?
I don't think so. Probably just an animal.
I was reading something. This guy's like, Scouters would be the perfect thing to bring into Star Wars.
Scouters? Hell yeah.
It's kind of a cool idea. Yeah.
For the non-Force users?
Yeah. It's kind of a cool idea. That one just fell. If you put eyes in those things, they'd be cute. Yeah.
There is an actual clone trooper that still serves for Vader in that book. Captain Crest.
He's older, right? Yeah. Well, in the old canon, Vader just thought the clone troopers were just much more reliable.
Yeah.
I can't believe my luck. A Jedi youngling, yeah.
Where's Commander Tano?
She was covering our flank when we scaled the wall.
Everybody fan out! I want a perimeter sweep now! Ahsoka, state your location. Ahsoka, come in. Are you there? Can you hear me? Where could she be? Ahsoka!
Oh, where can you be?
Ahsoka!
You won't be needing this.
I would use a Force real quick to take it.
Who are these pirates?
These are Trandoshans. They're going to release us and hunt us down for sport.
Predators.
We have found new prey for the hunt. The youngling will provide great sport. Are you ready, young Dar? She'll die by my claw.
I don't think so. Joyously running around.
Yeah.
Abducting people.
It's a story. Yeah, I mean, Predator is probably the first thing that comes to mind for me. They get all kinds of inspiration from some of the best things.
To Island 4.
But he looks so cool.
He looks badass. I like how the little frills are going up on his head.
Time to see who's smart enough to join the hunt. Open fire!
Time going everywhere.
You need to come with us.
Who are you?
We used to be Jedi younglings.
See Coyote Mundi species?
Oh, yeah. Very few males left, right? Nah, it's just the population was just shit.
And I think it might have been just his family name Like he was the last Mundi.
Oh, okay.
Or something, or it might have been
That's why
the
he
last
had to
week.
go back
I mean, that's
and fulfill
technically
his role.
Yeah. Make that sacrifice.
Why would they take younglings?
Because Jedi Knights are too powerful for them.
I'm Khalifa. This is Omer and Jinx.
Khalifa. Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, yeah.
We've been stuck here for more rotations than we can count. No one has come for us. I doubt anyone is still looking.
Chew on that, Padawan. Then rest. You'll need your strength.
That motherfucker needs to grow some facial hair as soon as he can. If not, he looks like one of those conehead alien things.
We've been over the same area a dozen times. There's no sign of Commander Tano.
Not good enough, Rex. Try again.
We have alerted our forces throughout the Outer Rim, and intelligence assets inside the Confederacy. If she's spotted, we shall know about it.
Good.
Skywalker, our mission here is finished. We must return to Coruscant.
I am not abandoning her.
Your emotions are clouding your judgment.
I will not leave her fate up to others.
It's time to go.
Call everybody in, Rex. We're leaving.
You just told me. Just found out. You know?
Yeah. Told me it wasn't good enough.
I admire Anakin's, obviously his loyalty, but it's just not a great Jedi type. You know what I mean?
Where do you go?
We keep moving and keep those disgusting hunters from picking up our scent.
That's your plan?
If you really are a Padawan, you would know there's wisdom in experience.
The sun has risen. Let the hunt begin!
Sounds like a raptor.
Yeah. I actually really like their base and that kind of industrial look. It contrasts like this world. So when you go out with all your fucking, when all the Brookers go out on a hunt, is it like...
They don't do that.
Are you on foilers? Yeah!
It's just dumb. You scare everything off.
Yeah.
Look at her run. It's your shot. Take her out.
We could have stopped them.
No, Ahsoka. We are not saviors here. Here, we are survivors.
We'll never get out of here if we just keep hiding. We have to act.
There were other Padawans here that once thought as you do now.
All right, where are they?
They're dead.
Just because they failed doesn't mean we will.
Get back here!
I can't do that. My master would never forgive me for running and hiding in a situation like this.
Do not overestimate your abilities.
I'm not.
Ahsoka, don't!
Shut up. You're making it worse.
Yeah. Go with the force choke.
Don't kill him out of hatred. It's not the Jedi way.
Do it out of safety, though. Right? Like Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah.
Take his shit. Take his clothes.
Take his blaster.
Yeah, take his clothes.
Into the lizard. You're not gonna see anything.
I'm saying it not because I want to see something.
I meant like that no one else is gonna be embarrassed. Like, why'd they take your clothes? I don't know.
We were beginning to lose hope and forgot who we are.
And who are you?
We are Jedi.
All right. If we're going to go on the offensive, we'll need to find out where they live. We'll start covering ground tomorrow.
Talk about toxic masculinity.
Lizard, Shane.
Yep.
The black, where the hell?
Chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
He's,
he hates Trandoshan's.
Yeah. He definitely does.
Yeah.
Split up!
So pretty.
It's pretty cool.
I love how it has this low-grade look to it. Even though we don't have anything that hovers.
Yeah.
It's got this kind of low-grade look.
Finish her, my son. The kill is yours. I will kill her with my own hand.
It's like Mark Hamill.
He sneaks into Clone Wars a few times. I heard he's in way more uncredited roles than we would ever know.
Not so impressive, are you? And yet you have the honor of being my first Jedi kill.
Watch it. Yeah, bad way to die, like Oberyn.
Scar. Oh shit.
I can make it.
Khalifa!
Those Jedi whelps killed my son, young Dar.
Ahsoka, leave me.
I won't.
You have to.
I kill you! You can't hide from me!
Imagine being the guy that has to read those lines.
Yeah.
Say one line and just scream a lot.
This may not be within your power.
Whatever you're trying to say, Master Plo, just say it.
I am suggesting that perhaps, if you have trained her well, she shall take care of herself and find a way back to you.
Okay, that was our reaction. This is our discussion. So I understand it's not the Mortis trilogy and, you know, Night Sisters and all that stuff.
We got to see some rambunctious trains.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun episode.
Just
I think it was Star Wars comfort food.
Being real bras with one another.
Yeah.
And doing some chest bumps. And
yeah. So, you know, they're obviously limited to over-designing them because of what they looked like before. But I thought there's enough wiggle room in there where that one that we acknowledged was pretty fucking cool.
The dad.
Yeah, different color and scars and the little frills.
Yeah, it was cool.
And
it's cool. He looked cool.
Yeah. And the episode wasn't without its moments in terms of, like, the deepness and the darkness of it. And I mean, they killed off some characters that I was wondering if you were watching it and thinking, all these characters are going to live because it's a kid's show and, you know.
No, I had to wonder if all of them were going to die and that she would just be the one to live. And they'd be like, oh, I know, Master. And they'd be like, oh, shucks, it's so good.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can't remember.
What I was expecting.
I knew there was death. And I knew the son was... This is one of the ones I didn't review before we watched it. Because we watched so many, and I looked at the schedule like, oh, shit, we need one a week, you know, until we film 5 or 10 with Matt and Tom. But, yeah, so... I guess one of the cool things about it is that we drew a lot of comparisons to the great movie The Predator.
Oh, no, just Predator.
Okay, Predator. And there's been other things, I think, that have done like a hunt type deal. But Predator rings, I think, the most familiar.
I mean, you have a lot of those kind of scenarios. You had Battle Royale. You had The Hunger Games.
Yeah. What do you think of the hover pods? I mentioned during the reaction. I like the technology
Well, I like the blending of technology because there's for instance, it made me think of Gundam, where a lot of things are kind of retro technology, where you have radios, and things in a time where this is like interstellar,
Gundams
technology,
with light speed.
Gundams and shit, and they.
Well, I don't know if they have light speed.
I don't think they have light speed, but they definitely are very far beyond where we're at. But then they'll have a radio.
Yeah, they're wearing like a white beater and they have like radios and they have antennas.
Yeah, it's kind of like Blade Runner, where you have kind of this. Gundam's not cyberpunk, but at least not all of Gundam. I'm not familiar with all of it, but Blade Runner has that kind of gritty.
Yeah.
Or Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Is like that.
Yeah.
Whether we have colonies on Mars and shit, but everything kind of looks like it does now. It's just a little more futuristic.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Which is cool. Yeah, it's just really cool. And that's why the hover pods that the Trandoshans were using remind me of that. It remind me of something I would see like in the lower barn.
Yeah, it reminds me too of like a lot of things that Ashley Wood does in his artwork. Yeah. It's kind of like this rundown.
Well, it had this robotic square look.
Industrial look.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
but it's not Imperial.
Futuristic technology.
Yeah, but it's not like the heights of Imperial Republic technology.
No.
It's just like these fucking rednecks out in the woods, or these bros are high-fiving each other, and they're going on this hunt. And I just thought it was cool. We just watched like a bunch of really cool episodes with great animation, but they were darker in many ways. And I don't want to say bland, but they were darker. And this provided, I think, a lot of color in a good way.
I get levity.
Yeah.
Well, with the Dooku episodes, for example, the Tales of the Jedi, they're very poignant. It was all very focused on one certain thing. You don't have like, okay, this is just Anakin trying to find Ahsoka again.
Yeah.
And we got Trandoshans.
Yeah, we got Trandoshans. So we've seen them before. I think we have. Have we seen them before in this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Bosk. We've seen Bosk.
Oh, yeah, we've definitely seen Bosk, yeah. So, yeah, we got Trandoshans. We got a bunch of them. And we got to learn a little bit about their culture. And I'm pretty sure there was in canon before, because they're hunters. But we got to see more about that. I thought that was cool.
The Wookiee pelts.
Yeah, the Wookiee pelts and the
Wampa?
Yeah, the Wampa. Yeah. You got to see the Wampa. So, there's still one more episode left. And I'm excited for you to see it. I think this is cool work. It's not the best, but it's cool. It's got good animation. And it's
one of those Master moments at the end.
I think. She lives. But I will say also, I was going over some old footage the other day, and sometimes I'll just stop, and there's a part where Plo Koon's talking, and you're like, who is this voice actor? He's got a good voice.
I know.
And that's why I wanted to see. I couldn't remember. I don't think it's Corey Burton. It could be. But
I like it.
I like the moments with Anakin. It's consistent with his character, and I think it.
Well, it's reminding me now because I'm reading that Tarkin novel, and he has a lot of correspondence with Vader in it, and especially kind of getting into the early middle chapters and everything, where they're sent on assignment together.
Yeah, like the first 5 years.
And the way he addresses the stormtroopers, and the way he kind of addresses Tarkin, and it kind of shows too kind of a little bit of the Vader that we get in Kenobi. Or at that point, though, in Tarkin, he's already eradicated a lot of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Snuffed a lot of people. He's killed a lot of people. He's very much the Vader that we're going to get
in
A New Hope. But
he sees snippets of.
Well, I guess not. No, because Tarkin takes place when Tarkin's about 50. So it's a little earlier on. He's not Grand Moff yet.
Yeah.
So it would be more or less not that long after Kenobi.
Kenobi's 10 years after.
Okay, well then it's around that time period.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure about the timeline, but you can see some of that uncertainty in Vader. Like, he still has the way he addresses his troops, very firm and addressing people, but when he's talking to the Emperor, or when he's talking to Tarkin, you can see more of the human elements of him.
Yeah.
So,
well, I feel like Tarkin would be so perceptive of that too.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of Vader just say, by the way, I'm Anakin. Like, he would never say that.
Well, that's the thing. Tarkin has let slip a few moments, at least one in particular I just read tonight, where he references an instance. It's the instance, actually, where they escaped from the Citadel Tower. He references it in a way that it's like, I don't want to do this again.
Does he try to get a read on Vader?
No, he's just saying it because he's already been reading Vader before that. where Vader will sometimes just look at him.
Yeah.
But he won't say anything.
It's a hell of a thing when he does that, isn't it?
So it's just like he knows that he can't tell what's going on behind Vader's mask, but obviously he's assumed that has to probably be Anakin.
Well, it's because I project so much of like what Vader's thinking just based on the context of the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, in Empire, when the Millennium Falcon gets away, and he just like, he's sitting there silently for a second, everyone's like, oh, fuck. And he just walks away, you know what I mean? Well, some of the cool things is when he's just silently looking at you. Mm-hmm. And I did read bits and pieces of it. So he was just saying that because...
Well, they were in the middle of a hunt. Not a hunt, per se, but a manhunt and an investigation.
Was he trying to see if Vader would give a sign that he's Anakin?
No, when he said that at that point, I think it's more or less, they're becoming more familiar with working around each other, because that's why the Emperor, I think, sent them on the mission.
Yeah.
Because he always felt it was a shame they weren't closer.
Yeah.
Because he also had brought up at one point to Vader, whether or not it's just him bullshitting like he always does, but he refers to the three of them as the architects of the Empire.
Yeah.
Vader, Tarkin, and the Emperor.
Yeah.
And, he... At that point, though, it's already addressed, Tarkin's inner thoughts and things about who Vader really is, what really happened to the Emperor. And at that point, when he says it, it's just more or less they're getting more familiar with each other. And he just says it out loud, as in a sense that he's just acknowledging it's Anakin without ever saying it.
Yeah,
and Vader
doesn't
noticing it.
Yeah.
But he's not saying it to get a read on Vader.
Yeah.
He's just saying it because now they're around each other and they're getting more familiar.
And Vader probably doesn't confirm nor deny, but...
Well, it's just they're going on the mission. It just made it a point to say that Vader noticed that he said it.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like that little back and forth throughout it.
That's cool.
Hinting at the fact that they both know.
Yeah, but they don't talk about it really. That's cool.
But Tarkin's not a guy that reveals all of his thoughts.
No, yeah.
That's the thing. Like he is a very perceptive person.
Yeah.
But he's perceptive about shit that happened to the Emperor. But he's not going to hey man, I think this is what happened to you. He's not going to just lay it all out there. He knows how to play the game and banter with Mos Amata, who's just
Tarkin has to do that, or Vader?
Tarkin has to do it a little bit because he's an in-between.
Yeah.
The Emperor.
It's weird to think of Vader bantering with Mos Amata.
Vader doesn't banter too much.
Well, I couldn't imagine. At that point in his life,
But it's everyone knows he's the Dark Lord of the Sith or whatever, but
yeah,
there's kind of some, I don't know what the word is right now, but basically with the Emperor though is concerned, it's more like a rumor, like it's not just like
let them think whatever, neither confirm nor deny.
Well, it was really cool how that goes though, because Palpatine's talking about how the Death Star is meant to show the power of the dark side, so because he has better things to do.
Yeah,
and that's why
he's trying to find eternal. Yeah, he's got his own Sith mission.
Yeah, he's got his own mission, so he's like, the whole point to this Death Star, so we can take it easy and go do our shit.
Yeah. We've kind of hit on the episode, now we're talking about something else. Yep. But overall, what do you think?
I mean, I thought it was good. I thought the imagery, especially of the Trandoshan world, whatever it is, Trandosha, I don't know.
I'm not sure if that, it might just be a world where they release their fucking people on the hunt.
Because it's not their planet then.
I honestly don't know.
I can see it being that.
Yeah, or it could be like an island where they... offshore.
He just said island, whatever, when they went to drop them off.
Okay, maybe it is then.
But I don't know.
I actually don't know that.
Trandosha, though? Is that the name of their planet?
I think it is Trandosha, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we got him just because of Anakin. I do like seeing just more of his... we know how Anakin is. Like, Anakin's a pretty good person. He's loyal.
Yeah.
He wants love. And
loyal to a fault, which ultimately turns out to be his fault.
Yeah, and he becomes a Sith, and they're all about betraying each other.
Yeah.
But, we get to see that here. I love Plo Koon, but... He's not going to get what he's looking for from any Jedi in terms of any kind of reassurance or any kind of hey man.
Well, no, because they're all like, you need to let it go.
Yeah, it's all good.
Sit him down.
Yeah. They're
like smoking weed in the back.
Yeah.
Just let it go, bro.
So, I mean, Obi-Wan's the only one who understands him and has a similar... He shares that relationship with Anakin in terms of his loyalty. But for anyone else, he doesn't quite have... I mean, he's not... I don't think he's like Mace Windu. But he's not like Anakin is to other Jedi.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll talk about this a long time. Guys, we got one more for this season. Me and him will do it. Then after that, we'll probably have Tom jump in with us because he's watching them with us. I got to make sure he watches these episodes because he's a little bit behind. Other than that, right here. Guys, thank you so much for watching a reaction. If you like us, you want to support us, you can by buying this mug or a shirt or a sticker. It just looks like this.
Hit a thank you and find a tree.
Is it link? Tree? Zach! All right.